What is up, Space Revolutionary Army and Vultures? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we are beginning our coverage of the After War universe and the anime After War Gundam X. This universe asks the question, what if the colony drop was successful and it put an end to the war? And what if this time the Space Noids defeated the Earth Noids? We follow our hero Garrod as he is hired to steal a girl named Tifa, but this takes him on a journey which leads him to piloting Gundam X. Let's not waste any time and let's get into this. The show starts with a war called the Seventh Space War. One colony's independence led to the Space Revolutionary Army fighting against the United Nations Earth. After a stalemate, the Space Revolutionary threatened a massive colony drop on Earth. The United Nations Earth responded with Gundams. The SRA decided to drop colonies onto Earth. 10 billion were killed. 15 years later, after War 15, life still continues on Earth. While two former soldiers are begging for money, the village is attacked by a Genus Kai. The RMS 006G Genus Kai is a mass-produced general-purpose mobile suit used by the Space Revolutionary Army during the Seventh Space War. The Kai variant is simply the ground variant of the Genus. Much of the vents and exhausts are sealed off. It also does not have the spike shoulder like the original Genus. Many of these units will be used by the Vultures. Its main weapons are the machine cannons mounted into the torso, along with a 100mm machine gun, and Vulcan guns supposedly as strong as the 100mm machine gun. It also has a heat hawk and a giant bazooka. They respond by firing a turret to its face. The beggars from the war ended up being cowards and running away. "You stupid kid, I said I need armor-piercing rounds." A young man throws a flashbang and hijacks the mobile suit. He lets the townfolk take care of the terrorist. This is Garrod Ran. He ends up selling the Genus Kai for money. A man wants to hire him for a job. Garrod believes that if you start piloting mobile suits, count your days, because it brings nothing but death. The man shows him a picture of Tifa, Adil. He wants him to rescue her. A vulture has taken her. Vultures are junkers and scavengers that look for old mobile suits and wreckage from the old war. In the desert is the Freeden. The Freeden is an old Alps-class land battleship used by the Vultures. This has the ability to move over bodies of water as well. Its only weapon is a twin-beam cannon. Because of this, it mainly relies on mobile suits for defense. The ship has a large cargo bay on the side. The captain of the ship is Jamil Neat, and he stole Tifa. Tifa dreams of the Gundam while on the Freeden. While the ship stops to get water, I think, Garrod sneaks on board the ship. He almost gets caught by a half-naked Tanya, the communications officer. Garrod sneaks into the captain's quarters to steal their riches for himself before saving the girl. All he finds is a mobile suit control unit. He then finds Tifa. He makes things awkward before telling her that he is here to save her. But all Tifa thinks about is the Gundam. She says she has been waiting for him. As the Freeden launches, Jamil notices Tifa is fleeing. At that moment, the Vultures are attacked. They have to flee without the girl. Garrod takes her to the man that hired her, but something seems off, so he flees before handing her off. Tifa guides him towards what she calls a very important power. Behind them is the Daughters. The DT-6800 Daughters is a general-purpose mobile suit created by the United Nations Earth Forces. Depending on the loadout, this can function in both space and Earth. These are great for drop missions. There are multiple variants of this unit. Weapons include a 90mm machine gun, an optional bazooka, a beam saber, and a shield. They fire on their buggy as Tifa gives directions. Garrod wonders what this power is. They flee into the ruins of an old UNE factory. More Daughtresses attack and hit the buggy. It goes flying. Garrod pulls himself up, but Tifa is perfectly fine, no scratches. She points at the mobile suit she was sensing. It is Gundam X. The GX-9900 Gundam X is a Gundam-type mobile suit developed by UNE, which utilizes the Flash system. This Flash system operates the satellite cannon, which is the X on the back. The moon transmits super microwaves to the Gundam, allowing the satellite cannon to take down a colony. The Flash system enhances the thoughts of new types as well, along with controlling unmanned bits called G-bits. This couldn't be activated until Garrod used the G-controller on the suit. This G-controller serves to activate the satellite cannon as well. Other weapons include the Shield Buster rifle, which can switch between rifle mode and shield mode. It also uses a long beam sword, 4-chest Vulcan, a 4-barrel Gatling gun attached to the backpack, a hyper bazooka, and much more. Garrod gets into the Gundam with Tifa. The Daughters fires, but it barely scratches the unit. He connects the G controller that he stole earlier and activates the Gundam. Garrod charges and punches the Doctress in the face. The remaining flee outside the forest, where they regroup and fire a missile barrage on the Gundam. It comes out of the rubble unfazed. He destroys all of the mobile suits with his fists. That is when two more mobile suits approach. It is Gundam Leopard and Gundam Airmaster. The GT-9600 Gundam Leopard is a Gundam-type mobile suit made by UNEF and is a heavy-type mobile suit. This can also utilize the flash system and will eventually utilize GT bits. This unit isn't capable of flight. However, it can move at fast speeds on the ground. The Gundam can also be refitted for aquatic combat in what is called the S1 unit. Even though this is a chunky boy, it is still agile. The inner arm Gatling gun pierces through armor with ease. This can be refitted into a torpedo launcher when using the S1 unit. Other weapons include a chest Gatling, a pair of homing missiles in the knees, shoulder missiles, head Vulcans, a head cannon below the head Vulcans, a beam knife, and a few other missile pods. The GW-9800 Gundam Airmaster was developed by UNEF and also contains the flash system, which allows this unit to eventually control GW bits. This unit specifically has what is called the trans system, which allows it to transform into a fighter jet. This is lightly armed compared to Leopard. Weapons include head Vulcans, a nose Vulcan, a buster rifle, and shoulder missiles. The Freeden follows behind the two mobile suits. The pilots are Witz and Roy Bea. They begin fighting. Garrod is caught off guard. He tries to bluff, claiming he has a secret weapon, but Witz and Roy Bea don't buy it. Garrod fake threatens to harm Tifa if they continue fighting him. He takes off. Gundam Airmaster chases in flight mode, but the Freeden tells him to return. Someone is spying on the Vultures. These are more Vultures. These Vultures take this information and sell it to Widoba Morte, another Vulture. That Gundam is worth a pretty penny. On the Freeden, Witz and Roy Bea talk about selling intel for some cash. The two aren't a part of the Freeden crew. They're freelancers. Batanya and Sayla hear everything. Roy Bea wants to know more about this Tifa, but even the girls don't know too much about it, and the captain is tight-lipped. Garrod tells Tifa he was born the year the war ended. His dad was an engineer who died in the war. Most of his friends died throughout the years. He wants to eventually become an engineer himself. While talking, they are attacked by Widoba and her Genis Kai/Buffalo. The RMS 006G Genis Kai/Buffalo is a customized Genis Kai and has an extended skirt compared to the base model. It also has two long horns like a buffalo on its head. The armor is thickened and the joints reinforced. Weapons include a rapid-fire machine cannon, Vulcans, a 100mm machine gun, and a heat saber. Garrod and Tifa get into the Gundam. As the two fight, a Vulture tries to interfere. They too want the Gundam. Garrod is able to take down the Genis with his beam saber. The Vultures move in and fight over the scraps. In many ways, the war is still going on. The Gundam is surrounded by mobile suits. He tears through as many as he can. The Freeden heads towards the battle. They launch Leopard and Airmaster. Tifa says that she will give Garrod her power. She activates the lunar microwaves. Jamil can sense Tifa is using her power. The satellite system activates. Energy is beamed directly from the moon to Gundam X. The Gundam emits vast amounts of light. Garrod fires. However, he didn't realize he was firing a weapon of mass destruction in Earth's atmosphere. Jamil calls this power the Devil. It wipes out everything in its line of sight. Tifa is also stunned by this power. Garrod tries to fire the satellite cannon, but it needs to recharge. Jamil jumps into the Gundam and holds the kid hostage. He must surrender. Jamil tells him that Tifa can hear the souls of everyone around her, including all those Garrod just killed. He tries to attack Jamil, but he gives the kid a punch to the face. Meanwhile, a red mobile suit attacks the alternative company and their mobile suits. He beats down one mobile suit before offering his services to President Von Alternative. He is Shagia Frost, and he is piloting Gundam Versago. The NRX 0013 Gundam Versago is developed by the Government Reconstruction Committee. This Gundam does not have the flash system. Its main weapon is the Megasonic Cannon. This is capable of vaporizing a battleship. This cannon has a large recoil and must be grounded before firing, though the satellite cannon is still superior. Other weapons include a beam saber, a strike claw which has a beam cannon, and a 3-barrel beam gun. The president wonders what he is after. He knows that Tifa was a research subject here until Vultures took her a week ago. He believes she is a new type, and new types have a lot of value in this universe. Alternative tries to pull a gun on Shagia, but he throws a queen from a chess set at him. He says, even though you just tried to kill me, I am so going to get Tifa back for you. We will learn that Shagia is also a new type, though not a powerful one. Garrod knocks out the guard with some sleeping powder, which happens to be crew member Shingo Mori. He sneaks around the ship before returning to his cell. We will learn that he is picking flowers for Tifa. The next morning, the Freeden watches an attack by Vultures on a transforming mobile suit. The Vultures split off, and half the team rushes the Freeden. Wits and Roy Bay launch. Jamil lets Garrod out of the brig. He wants Garrod to watch the Gundams fight. They too are pros at what they do. They're able to take out the enemy and save Olba Frost and his Gundam Ashtaron. More on that later. We will learn that he is Shagia's brother. He decides to join the Freeden crew. His new type connection allows him to communicate with his brother. He is leading Shagia to Tifa, while Garrod sneaks out again to get some flowers. Olba injects Tifa with something. And that will do it for our first dive into the After War universe and Gundam X. The war has taken a toll on the people of Earth as they devolve into scavengers in order to survive this world, something that Garrod still seems too young to understand. Also on Earth, what is everyone eating? Next time, Tifa will start dying from whatever Olba gave her. We will learn that Jamil was a Gundam pilot during the 7th Space War. Wits and Roy Bea leave the Freeden, and Garrod fights against the Frost brothers. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, try to minimize the weapons of mass destruction used on Earth. It's already been through enough. Peace.